We have a new star on the WTA and she's shining as bright as ever. I told you all yesterday, I think Alexandra Eala can win, and that is exactly what she's done, beating Cirstea in straight sets. Next up, Coco Gauff. Here are my thoughts. That's right. As I did say yesterday, I fancied Eala to win. I thought it would be in 3 sets, and she did do that in straight sets, 7-5, 6-4. It was a very convincing second set. She was 5-1 up in the second, and then we saw the Eala moment, a few wobbles, struggling to hold serve, but the way she held to secure the match in that second, holding to love, I think shows the resolve of Alexandra Eala. She is a different player to last year. This is a different run to what we saw in Miami. She seems more mature. The serve is more reliable. We're still seeing them wobbly moments in spells of the match for 10, 15 minutes or so. But you've got to put maybe some credit on Cirstea, because Cirstea is a player who is, as we know, an experienced player on tour who has actually done very well recently, winning the last event, killing Raducanu in that final. Didn't drop a set at all. Only lost to Osaka at the Australian Open in 3. She's had a really good start to the year, Cirstea, and the streak now for her is gone at the hands of Alexandra Eala, and I'm not surprised at all. I really did believe that she could win today, because watching her yesterday against Paolini, the top 10 player, I saw a whole new realm, another gear completely, and it is exciting. She's going to be challenged in the next one with Coco Gauff, and I'm going to get onto that in a second. But firstly, let me just bring up what I had a second ago, because it's now her second WTA 1000 quarterfinal. Everywhere she plays, she brings this electric energy. She sells tickets. People are interested in watching her matches. The crowd were going crazy yet again. I do have a video, but I don't think I can show you. But the noise after her securing the match was insane. Around this moment, she raised her hand. You can see the emotion on her face, everyone with their phones. But it was an electric atmosphere, and that is what she brings. I think it's, of course, a big element of being a sports star from the Philippines. And I'm not naive to suggest that a lot of the following isn't because of where she comes from. I do honestly feel that there's a part of it which is just her style of play. I find her matches very interesting to watch. I love the one against Paolini. I really enjoyed this one too. And I think she has the ability to transform the WTA. The reason I say that is because her style of tennis, being a little bit like an Alex de Minaur on the men's, but with a little bit more personality and emotion, and I would say a more effective serve. Of course, de Minaur on the men's doesn't quite have that effective serve. Eala's serve's getting better and better every time I watch her, and I think we're going to be in for a real treat against Coco Gauff. I'm not going to give my prediction for the match right now, because I know Ben's very keen to do a podcast, and we'll speak about some of the other results as well later on. This is just my initial reaction. Let me know if you feel like I'm getting carried away with some of this Eala hype. But I do think she is that good. And right now, I think it could be close for her to finish inside the top 10 come the end of the year. Of course, Mboku a little bit ahead of her at the moment, in the rankings especially. Eala's not defending hardly any points this year. And I just think that the way she's going, there is no bounds to how high she can go. I think with Roland Garros approaching, the interesting thing with her ranking is she's not very far off being a seed. I mean, she's 32 in the world right now, and I think it's highly likely she will be seeded for Roland Garros. Let's wait and see how some of the other events go, of course, but things are looking really, really positive for her right now. And this next match will be a massive test in Coco Gauff. One I'll speak about in more detail with Ben. But this is just my initial reaction. Just to come on here and say, I told you so. I believed in her. I think a lot of people did. I thought having her at freeze, a real underdog with the bookmakers, was crazy. And there was definitely some money to be made there, because I honestly felt that it was a level match and I had it pretty even. So definitely good value on Eala. And we'll see what happens with these upcoming events. 32 in the live ranking. If she keeps going in this way, who's to say she can't be overtaking maybe an Emma Raducanu? I think she'd have to beat Coco Gauff in the next round. She's moved up 15 places from where she started. And everything she hits right now seems to be golden and going really well. But let me know what you thought of the match. I thought beating a Cirstea, who's one of the most informed players right now. We know she's not a top 10 player. We know she's not a Grand Slam contender. Paulini, you could say, maybe is more so, but not this year. And there's not any weaknesses, I feel, in her game. And with the crowd, she is every single time playing again, or the opponent is playing against 1,000 odd people, and Eala. She's never going to have the crowd against her, because the Filipinos are there in force, cheering, supporting, and going absolutely crazy for their girl. Coco Gauff did speak about the support, saying how, well, thank you for supporting me, because there was a bit of support for Coco as well in the round before, and saying, I'm going to leave now because I know you're really here to see Alex Eala. So all of the stars, Coco Gauff, a player who's been on the tour for some years, a Grand Slam champion, she's there talking about how people are there to watch Alex Eala. I think that just shows the star quality of this girl and how much hype there is. But there we go. I can keep talking about her, so I'm going to wrap it up there. Let me know your thoughts on the match. I thought it was really good that she managed to close it out in that second, especially 5-1 up, getting broken back, the opponent holding their serve. Could have been wobbly, but the way she served it out at the end, a hold to love, was super impressive. And of course, she got herself in that position to begin with flawless tennis. So very exciting. Let me know your thoughts. If you haven't already, hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, and join us later for a podcast where me and Ben go through all of Dubai and give our predictions for all of the matches. See you then.